Little housekeeping informational purposes before I start. Some of you may have seen the email that was sent out by Jason Bridgman as forwarded out. If you had a chance to reply to that, several have, he said. If you've not, that is completely anonymous, goes back to him. But if you're not a computer person, there's some copies in the back. Jason will be speaking for us next Sunday, August the 25th, and he's asking by this time next week that we submit to him anonymously. And like I said, there's some copies in the back by the door if you don't have that. What are some reasons that you struggle with talking to others about God, or what reasons have you heard others to use? So he's going to collect this information completely anonymous, and part of his lesson he's going to bring. So he's asked for us to help in that if you would. Tonight for my invitation, I want to and ask to seek audience participation at this first part by the show of hands. Who would like for me to offer to them a crisp, clean, new $100 bill? Is there anybody that would like to take that? All right, I'm seeing several hands. Thank you. But before this money is handed out, let me crumble it up real good. So that crisp, clean, new $100 bill has been wadded up. Who still wants that by the show of hands? Okay, we still got a lot showing, a lot of hands, about the same. Let's say I take that and I then stomp on it pretty good and everything, mash it up, get a little bit dirty. Who still wants that same $100 bill? Same amount of hands, maybe even a few more. If I were to take this raggedy, wadded up bill, been stomped on, and figuratively, don't want to deface money, if I were to rip that in two, it's two pieces, who still wants this money? Maybe not as many hands, we still got quite a few. Why do you still want this $100 bill? It's been crumbled up, it's been stomped on, and sometimes it's torn in two. Why would you still want this $100 bill? I've used this to demonstrate a very important lesson, that no matter what I did with this money, you still wanted it. Why? Because it never at any point in time did it lose its value. Even if it's ripped in two, it still has its value, still worth $100. There are many times in our lives when we feel like that we've been crumbled up, we've been ground into the earth. Life tears us up one side and down the other, as we might say. We've made some bad decisions possibly in life. We've made some bad choices. We have to deal with poor circumstances. Sometimes life can simply make us feel worthless. But no matter what has happened, no matter what will happen, you never lose your worth. Just as that bill is still worth $100, you always have priceless value to our Creator God. You never lose your value. Please don't ever forget that. This group at Lakeside always wants to be of assistance to you when needed, but more comforting to know is that God cares for you. Psalms 104 talks about God taking care of all His creation. The birds of the sky, the wild goats find a home in the rocks. All depend upon God, and He cares for us all. Matthew chapter 6, verse 26 through 34 talks the same, how God cares for the birds. Will He not care for you? God desires you to be saved, 1 Timothy 2, verse 4. So if tonight you're one who the world has got the best of, please know that God and these brethren here want you to know that you have value much higher and much more than we can ever imagine. If you're here tonight and you haven't been baptized for the remission of your sins, please seriously consider your situation. No time is too late. We still rejoice of our sister Stacy McDonald, who was baptized at 4 o'clock in the morning. If at any point in time you want to be baptized, let somebody know. Monday evening, John Phelps shared good information that his wife Sarah Phelps, her friend Billy, obey the gospel. So we're happy for Billy. She has dedicated her life to Jesus. So please don't pillow your head tonight before you obey the gospel. Luke 15, verses 6 and 7 tells us the angels in heaven rejoice when one sinner repenteth. Let there be praising in heaven tonight because of your acceptance of God tonight. Have you ever thought that there will be praising and rejoicing in heaven tonight because of me? Well, there will be. Jesus was beat beyond anything that we can imagine. He was mocked, he was spat upon, and he was crucified. Jesus' innocent blood and pure blood was shed for me and was shed for you. Jesus did this for all mankind. Matthew 11, Jesus says, "Come unto me, all ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Jesus prepares a place for us, not in this world with material possessions that will corrupt and go away. Which makes me think of Romans 1, 16 and 17. "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God to salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first, and also the Greek. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, that is written, the just shall live by faith." But maybe you're in need of public prayers of this group for errors that you have made in your life. You want to make those sins correct tonight before you pillow your head. We'd be happy to assist you this very evening. Whatever your need be, come as we stand and we sing.